on Twitter. Gah! What's up, socials? Happy Social Thursday and last video of the week, first week of the year. Oh, it's already going so fast. I wanted to address something that I've noticed people do that I find to be very bizarre, and I don't want you to think it's okay just because you're seeing lots of people do it, because it's not okay. If you participate a lot in the YouTube comments for my videos, you might have actually seen this in the past. Have you ever noticed on a piece of content that's talking about a platform in particular, possibly even my video, how to get more followers on Twitter, whatever the actual social network is that that piece of content is about, there'll be people in the comments that come in and say, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Which is really interesting because you're trying to reach out to people who went to watch a video about how to get more followers on Twitter, but you're asking them to follow you, which would ultimately mean that they're following more people, but they don't have more followers. Why would they do that? That's not even the main point of why that's messed up. See, when I ask you to follow me on Twitter at the end of a video, I have the right to ask for value in return for the value I've given you. So that's why I do that sometimes. That's not even my top priority. I don't care if you follow me on Twitter. I love it. It's fun for me, but that's not my goal here. That's not my goal here. But y'all come in, you put in the comments, follow me on Twitter, and you think you deserve that? Why? Because you watched my video? What does it have to do with them? And are you asking me to follow you on Twitter? Because I'm definitely not gonna do that. I have socials who will write a huge amount of information in a well thought out comment. And even them, they aren't even guaranteed a follow on Twitter. Y'all deserve it though. Let me just say, I'm a little lazy. It's hard to keep up. So yeah, it just drives me crazy that people think they can do this. It's sort of like the auto DM thing on Twitter too. Like, oh, now that you followed me, I'm gonna blow you up with an automated message and ask you to go to my website and it's like, oh, you haven't earned that yet. And this doesn't just happen on, you know, my content. This happens on a lot of different places where people just put this in the comments because they don't know what else to say. And it sort of goes back to this old advice that we were given about blogging and saying if you want more people to come to your website, leave comments on other blogs that are well thought out and a good part of the conversation, and you will probably see some traffic from that. That's actually very hard to achieve. If you've got somebody who loves the article so much that they're reading the comments and they like your comment and then go to your website, that conversion rate, I mean, seriously, is not going to be good enough for your time spent, in my opinion. But it is making people think, oh, all I have to do is comment on everything? No problem, I know exactly what to say. Follow me on Twitter. No. So just a little thing I wanted to mention I hope you are not doing. This is not a good strategy. You should be accepting followers who like you, who enjoy your content, who want to know what's going on with you and your brand in the future. And hey, if you're a little funny too, that's always good. But no matter what social network it is, don't go pimping yourself out when you don't have the right to ask for the value back. You gotta give a lot before people will do things for you. That sounded weird. That's my final thought this week. Thank you so much, and I hope you support the sponsor for this show. That is our good friends at Bluehost. They will help you with your website hosting, and I highly recommend you attach them to your WordPress site because they are like buddies. They like get in there and they like jam, and they're like, let's make this website successful. It's gonna be awesome. SavvySexySocial.com/Bluehost. They're my favorite hosting company, and if you go check them out, you'll be supporting the show. That's all for today's socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, as always. Make sure you sign up for Amy's Elite so you don't miss a beat. How many of you guys are actually saying that with me every time we get to this point because you have it memorized just as much as I do? That link is in the purple button below. If you haven't answered that question, leave it in the comments. You'll get an email with that button, you'll sign up, and you'll get all the videos, the podcast, and everything else. So thanks so much. I am probably just getting back from Vegas at this point, and we'll likely have some tech videos for you next week. The podcast will be tomorrow, Marketing Lifestyle Show on iTunes and Stitcher, so make sure you subscribe for that. And I will definitely see you next week for Savvy Tuesday.